wanted to do a quick video talking about why indie games are superior to AAA games. Let's look at some of the things that AAA games have going against them. They spend their resources very poorly. They price their games very high, $70 to $100, and they release their games in unfinished, broken, states. The level of brokenness varies from game to game, requiring sometimes months to years after the game releases to be fixed. And their amount of storage they take up on your device is usually around 100 gigabytes nowadays. Some more, some less. I mean, Ark, for example, Ark takes, like, with all the DLCs, it's like 400 or 500 gigs or more. Like, last I checked, it was like 400 to 500 gigs. Maybe it's more now. I haven't really looked recently, so if you're an Ark player, let me know. Whereas indie games, they tend to spend their resources a bit more wisely and focus on the things that matter, like a good gameplay loop, great foundations, potentially even focusing on adding mod support to their game and leaving that in mind when they make it, so fans can add content to the game for years or decades to come, allowing for the game to expand to much larger scope, maybe potentially adding features the developer didn't intend to or didn't really think about, and allow for the game to expand. Minecraft is a prime example of this. Look at all the different types of mod packs that I bet you the original developers for the game did not really take into account or think, that's a good idea. I wonder if they thought of Sky Factory before Sky Factory became a thing, or like the Sky Island thing took off. Did they? There's all these different kinds of mod packs that I'm just thinking, like, and just mods in general. Mine Colonies is another example, like a really good mod pack out there that I'm like, they turned Minecraft into kind of like a simulator, like a SimCity kind of thing. And like, that's just the kind of crazy thing that you don't necessarily know could happen with your game until some modders decide, hey, let's do this. This sounds like a good idea. And I don't think you can have that experience in AAA games with how the games at that level are made. They dumb down the games, focus their resources on things like mocap, adding unnecessary details to things. Like, I'm sorry, I do not need to see hemorrhoids on some person's butt. I really don't. That's the level of unnecessary that these game devs tend to work on. Or buckets. I don't need to see all the little cracks and crevices in this bucket. I really don't. So, for the love of God, please spend your resources on things that actually matter, like a really good gameplay loop. Honestly, I'm surprised. One of the things that I've been thinking about is, when are we going to get a good, the next great combination? We had Pal World come out that combined open world survival games with a Pokemon monster collecting, monster battling simulator, or not simulator, like genre of game, and that worked really well. And I'm thinking of all the other different genres of things you can do. That was my phone, by the way. I'm just thinking, what other combinations can you get at the indie level? I'm looking at Keeper RL, and you know what the first thing that comes to my mind? RuneScape skill system. Imagine a game that has this kind of graphics that's on screen, that's Keeper RL, mixed with RuneScape skilling system. Open world survival with RuneScape skilling system. I'm like, that could be really freaking cool. The level of grinding and how much time I would spend on a game like that is probably in the thousands of hours. I'm not even joking. That's how fun RuneScape skilling system is. So you combine it with a game like that, yeah, I think I would be willing to actually spend tons and tons of time in a game like that. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. And for those who do play indie games, let me know your best indie games and some of the more niche indie games that you've played or are playing, because I want to go into this rabbit hole as deep as I can go, because I want to see if there's just like a good gameplay loop for some games that I never even thought was possible and actually just dig into it. Anywho, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys next time.